Hello there, Wipper here, and welcome back to another mod showcase. Today I'm going to be showing off the mod called the Elemental Caves mod, which improves the caving experience in Minecraft to make it a lot more exciting to actually explore cave systems again. Because you know, in vanilla Minecraft, when you actually go caving, there's not really much variety. I mean, the walls are always made out of stone, and you get the occasional ores which you can mine, and a bit of lava, which adds a little bit of like difficulty to it, and then you've got the mobs that you fight. And this mod aims to improve this experience by adding new varieties of caves, which spawn in specific biomes. So currently there's 3 different kinds of an elemental cave. We've got the fire caves, the ice caves, and the forest caves. And I'm just going to go through each one individually, showing you all the items associated with them, because this mod actually adds new ores and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to be starting off with the ice caves. And just before we dive into this, can we possibly get, I think, 600 likes for this video? Since we did so well on the last mod showcase, I think 600 likes is possible, so please remember to smash that like button. But anyway, we're going to start off with the ice caves. So over here I've got a little drop down area, and if I jump down here you're going to see that this cave looks like nothing you've ever seen before. The walls are actually made out of a completely new block, which is called, well, let me just have a look. Yeah, the Glacier Rock blocks. And if I go down to the bottom, you've got this new kind of ice, which is called ancient ice. Don't get this confused with the hardened ice or whatever it is in vanilla Minecraft. This is a completely new, different kind of ice. And when you actually explore these caves, you get a permanent slowness effect. Let me just hide this so you can see it. You can see there I've got slowness permanently as I'm walking on this new kind of ice, which is ancient ice. And that's a kind of way to slow you down when you explore these ice caves. So yeah, you've got to be careful that you're not going to be able to run away from mobs as fast as usual. And just like normal ice, this ice is slippery. And yeah, now let's just go on to the other blocks that are in this cave system. So these blocks here are actually called ice crystals. Now these are what are responsible for the whole cave system being frozen, because any blocks around this that can be frozen will be frozen by this ice crystal. So I think these would originally be normal stone, but this is basically just frozen them into Glacier Rock, if that makes sense. And it's also frozen what would have been a river along the bottom into hardened ice. And that's how these work. If you place this on the surface by some water, it'll actually start freezing the water to normal ice and then onto this ancient ice over a long period of time. And I've just lit up this ravine using some glowstone. There's no actual glowstone in these spawning naturally when you actually go in them. I just placed it down so you can see it clearer. But over here, I wanted to show you this new kind of water that is actually added by this mod. So this is, let me just have a look here, Ice Flow. Ice Flow? I don't know. I think that's how it's said. They've just spelled it with an E instead of a W. But yeah, this stuff, when you actually step in it, let me just go into survival so I can show you this better. If I actually step in it, you can see it starts to damage me, but it doesn't take any of my health away. I just get damaged, so it's a bit of a pain. It makes it really hard to jump out, and it's just really annoying as you're swimming around this underwater river of really cold water, and it's really hard to get out because you're taking constant ticks of damage. And you can actually collect this with a bucket, so there we go. I've just picked up a bucket of ice flow, and yeah, you can use this on the surface if you really wanted to for a moat around your castle. So when people fall in it, they can't really get out. You can see I can't even get up this water flow because it keeps damaging me, meaning I can't actually get up, so I'm just stuck now. I can't get out. It's just horrible. So let's just go back into creative. And over here, you can see I've got a furnace, which says smelting Frisian ore. And this thing over here is actually Frisian ore, as you can see there. And this is a new kind of ore that this mod adds into ice biome caves. So if I actually mine this, oh whoops, I wasn't in survival, that would help. It's lucky there's another one down here. So if I actually mine this, you can see it drops the actual Frisium ore block, and then you put it in the furnace like so. So you can just whack it in there, it starts smelting, and it just works in the same way as any normal ore, and it'll give you some ancient ice. Because when you actually break this ancient ice that's on the floor, it doesn't give you anything. Unless you have a silk touch pickaxe. If you have a silk touch pickaxe, you can actually harvest this ice normally, so you can actually get direct from the ground of your caves ancient ice. But if you don't have a silk touch pickaxe, you can just mine this Frisium ore and then convert it into the ancient ice, like so. And hello, bat! I love your little cute squeaks. Oh, aren't bats so cute? Anyway, what I'm going to do now is try and find the other ore in these ice caves. And if we go in here, I think it was around here, there is some new kind of ore. So over here, you're going to look at something that looks pretty similar to lapis, and that's because it is lapis. So let's just go into survival again, like so. Whoops. So let's just mine this, and you can see that it gives me tons of lapis. So normally, wow, what happened to the rest of the lapis there? Is it behind? Yes, it is. Wow, it's just completely gone. Let's just go back into creative. But basically what this ore is it's lapis ore, but it just drops more lapis than normal, and it takes a little bit longer to mine than usual, but you do get more lapis out of it than in normal Minecraft. So you can find this lapis ore only in ice caves, and yeah, it just looks like that. It's a bit darker to usual, and yeah, so that's pretty much all the ores that are in this cave system, but it just adds a new kind of aesthetic look when you're exploring caves, so you can now explore ice caves instead of just the boring plain stone caves that you get in vanilla Minecraft. So, I've just got back to the surface, and now I can actually show you some of the items that you can craft with the stuff you find in ice caves. So there's one thing I forgot to mention when I was actually in the caves, and that is that you can actually mine the ice crystals. So I can just mine these, and when you actually mine these, they give you a varying amount of ice shards. Sometimes they give you 4, sometimes they give you 2, and if you want to actually convert the ice shards back into an ice crystal block, you can just put 4 of them in your crafting grid, like so, and then you get an ice crystal block, and you can place this around, and it'll start freezing all of the things around it that can be frozen, like water, and it'll actually place down snow and stuff, so that's what the ice crystal can be used for. But next up I need to show you a new item called the Frost Gem, which is used in the creation of special frost tools and frost armor. So, you can craft this using 4 of those ice shards, which I just showed you how to obtain, and then 4 of those ancient ice blocks, which I showed you how you can get earlier, and then finally we've got something new, which is a clear gem. Now, you actually obtain this clear gem from going into the nether and finding an ore that is only found in the nether, called glistening ore, and this is only found in the nether, so you won't find it in cave systems in the normal world. You can just mine this, and you can see it drops something called a clear gem, and this is used in the creation process for these frost gems, which are in turn used to craft the armor and tool sets. Talking about the armor, I may as well move on to it now. So there's a new kind of armor set, which is called the Frisian Armor, and this is crafted in the same way as normal armor. And why is there a pick in here? I don't know, but anyway, it's crafted using like the same shape crafting recipes as in vanilla Minecraft for the other armor sets, but just using these frost gems instead. And you can create a full armor set, and it pretty much has the same stats and stuff and the same protection as diamond armor does. So you can just wear this, walk around and look really cool in your dark blue armor. And this armor also does have special effects, which I'll show you later, but I can't show you now because I'm in a frozen biome, and it works best when you're not in a frozen biome to show these features off. So yeah, and now let's just pop finally onto the Frisian Tools, which again are crafted in the same way as the other tools in Minecraft. So just as an example here, I've got a Frisian sword, which does 7 damage, so the same as diamond, and it's crafted using a stick and 2 of those frost gems. And of course we've got all the other tools that you can craft here as well, so you can make tools out of these frost gems. But there's one final thing I need to show you, and that is over here. See, these are the new kinds of blocks that you can use to build stuff, and these bricks here kind of remind me of the Bowser's castle from Mario. It's like that lovely castle brick texture if you wanted to build a nice blue castle or something. And there is a noticeable gap here, which really annoys me when mod creators miss out certain things, which like really mess up when you're trying to create buildings. So this is Glacier Rock, and there's no Glacier Rock stairs. This is cracked Glacier Rock, and then this is Glacier Rock brick. So yeah, that pretty much sums up everything to do with the ice caves. So I've just swapped over to a test world so I can actually show you the functionality of this ice armor set, or Frisian Armor. So you can see how I'm wearing it. It's a nice light blue aqua colour, and basically the main feature of this is when you actually walk on anything that can be frozen, it just freezes it instantly. So I can now walk on water, and it's converting all of this water into ancient ice, I believe. I think this is ancient ice. Anyway, so I can walk out into this ocean without having to swim at all. It just creates a ice path behind me. How neat is that? But yeah, the tools also work in a similar way, so you can apparently right click and it like ices over the water, but it doesn't seem to be working at the moment. But you can actually right click with these tools like so. You can see it work there, and it just fills in the water and freezes it into ice. So yeah, that's how the tools mainly work. And let's just hit some mobs, and you can see whenever I hit mobs with these tools, a slowness effect is actually applied to the mobs to slow them down when you're actually trying to fight them, which can be very useful if you hit a spider or something, so it slows down the spiders so they can't catch up with you and things. And by the way, you can actually use these ice shards and frost gems directly on mobs, so you can fire them like snowballs. So I've just now applied a slowness effect to that pig and damaged it a bit by throwing these ice shards like snowballs at them. And you can also fire directly the frost gems at mobs as well, like so. And yeah, it appears to have given me loads of bad potion effects as well in the process. Oh yeah, I forgot. It gives any mob in a certain radius, I think it's a 5x5 radius, a negative effect, and I was in that radius, which is why I've been giving terrible... I can't even move. It's how bad this is. I can't move. What is going on? Wow. Anyway, I'm going to throw it over here, and you should see that when it actually contacts water, it freezes the water directly. So over there you can see I'm creating loads of mess, loads of ice everywhere, and that pretty much sums up all the ice items in this mod. So, the next kind of cave I'm going to be showing you is the Forest Cave, and you can see here I've got an entry point for this cave which says Enter the Forest Cave. Yes, so we can just jump down here into the Forest Cave, and you'll probably immediately notice the new kind of stone that's been dotted around. So we've got some ancient mossy stone, which all of the walls in these caves are created out of. So let's just jump down here into this lovely forest cave, and just look how beautiful this thing looks. This is kind of like glowstone. It glows, and it's called forest crystals, and they are what's responsible for all this growth of flowers and grass in these cave systems. These basically are like growth catalysts, and they just make everything in these caves glow. So let's just jump down further and see what else we can find in here. So straight in front of me I've got this new kind of ore that is found in this cave system, and these are only found in the forest caves, and it's called fertile ore. So I can just mine this. It drops these bone meal things. So yeah, I'm sure you all know what bone meal does. So there's no actual new kind of ore. It's just bone meal that you get from fertile ore. So you can use it to grow stuff. Although there are better means of growing stuff that you can actually harvest these forest crystals in here. So I can just mine this, and you can see it drops these things called forest shards, and again you can use these to craft the forest crystals like so, and then you can place these down on the overworld and it'll actually make things grow around it. So that's why it's probably better to use this than the bone meal that you can get from the fertile ore. But just look how many flowers and stuff are around here. We've got saplings, and the thing is constantly changing. It's a constantly changing ecosystem, very dynamic. So you can see it's constantly like changing the flowers, planting saplings and stuff, and you can just hear the sounds of it growing stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So here I am back at the surface, and I've already showed you how to actually craft one of these forest crystals using those forest shards. So let's move on to the next one, which is the forest gem. Now the forest gem is pretty much the same as the ice gem, but it just is used to craft forest armor instead of the ice armor. So to craft this, all you need is 4 forest shards, and then 4 rich glass, and then finally one of those clear gems, which I showed you how to obtain from the nether. And then once you've actually crafted these forest gems, you can go ahead and create some earthen armor, or earthen armor. I think earthen sounds better. It's a really weird name for an armor set, but you can see it's just crafted in the same way as usual, and the same goes for the tools. So yeah, that's how you can actually craft the new armor sets. But now I'm just going to pop over here and show you the new kinds of forest blocks that you can craft using this mod. So first up we've got this, I think it's ancient mossy stone. Yes it is. And you can actually, when you mine this, like so, it gives you ancient mossy cobblestone. And yeah, of course, to actually get back to the original mossy stone, all you have to do is smelt it in a furnace, and then you get this ancient mossy stone again. And then of course you can use this to create the brick variety of the ancient mossy stone, and it looks really awesome. But again, we've got a set of missing stairs. We have not got any ancient mossy stone stairs, which is a real shame, because I'm sure there's some people that when they actually install this mod, they want to use ancient stone stairs or something for their buildings, but they can't because it's not actually in the mod, which is a real shame. So please, mod creator, add these missing stairs. It's just so annoying to see a little gap when I create these things. But yeah, now I'm just going to pop over to a test world and show you what this armor does. So I'm back in my test world, and you can see here I have got my set of earthen armor on. I've got all of the armor equipped, and these effects will only work when you have a full set of armor. And I've also got the tools, so I can show you what those do. So let's just start off with the armor's functionality. So as soon as I step onto anything that can grow, like this grass, you can hear loads of bone meal sounds, and just everything erupts and grows around me. I'm like walking Miracle Grow. That's pretty much what I am. I just walk around, and everywhere I walk, the wildlife expands, and we've got loads of plants being planted, and the sound effects are so loud. It's horrifying. There's just sounds of bone meal everywhere. So if I just look below me, you can see all of those bone meal particles that are just planting plants and trees and saplings everywhere around me. It's just crazy. And of course, the only respite you get from it is when you actually step on stone, because of course nothing can grow on stone, so nothing's going to start growing, which is really good. So yeah, it also works on dirt, I believe. So can I step on dirt? So it converts the dirt into grass and then makes things grow on it, which is really convenient if you've got a large area of dirt and you don't want to wait for the grass to spread. But now let's actually just de-equip this so we don't get the horrible sounds around us, because that was getting really annoying. But what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you what these tools do. So if you actually right click with any of these tools, like so, it actually just starts growing things wherever you're clicking, and it uses 4 durability every time you use this feature. So yeah, it does decrease your durability quite a bit, and bear in mind that these do have the same durability as diamond, so you've got quite a bit of leeway in actually being able to do this quite a lot, but still they're going to run out eventually. And I can start hitting mobs, and you can see it doesn't apply any effects to mobs, it's just used for like a growing tool, for growing loads of stuff. And of course it does also work on wheat and potatoes and carrots and stuff, so you can actually grow those crops a lot faster when you actually right click on them with any of these tools. It's the same for all of these tools. I can right click on the ground with this earthen pickaxe here, and also this hoe. Actually no, the hoe's not going to work of course because it's just a hoe. But yeah, so you can actually hoe the ground, and yeah, it doesn't actually have any special effects, the hoe, because of course the right click functionality is already taken. So yeah, that pretty much sums up this armor set. It just makes things grow around you and stuff like that. But now we've got the forest shards and the forest gems. So the forest shard, I don't think it does anything. Let's try throwing it at a pig. I don't know, I don't think this forest shard does anything. Yeah, you can't actually throw this thing, so it's just a forest shard used in the crafting recipe for these forest gems. It doesn't actually do anything like the ice shards did. But over here we've got the forest gems, and these actually do something. When you actually fire these, they grow loads of tall grass wherever it lands. So over here we've got some grass, and I'll just fire a forest gem over there, and look how much has grown. There's just so much everywhere. And by the way, the longer you step on these spots when you've got the armor on, the more things will grow, and eventually it'll start growing some tall grass, like you can see here. But yeah, so that's everything to do with the Earthen armor set and tool set. Now let's move on to the final kind of cave, which is the fire caves. And arguably, I think they're the coolest looking, and you'll soon see why. So here we are at the final kind of cave, which is the fire cave, and this is just my favourite. It's just so awesome. I just love this mod overall. It just makes Minecraft so much better with the new exploring capabilities with all these new cave systems. So down here I'm going to enter the fire cave. It's like some kind of secret evil base, this fire cave. Really good name for it. So yeah, let's just jump down this hole and see what we can find down here. So let's just walk forward, and yay, instantly you can see, because it's called the fire cave, we're going to get loads of lava, and we've got molten walls. What's this rock called again? Yeah, molten stone. And it's actually an animated texture, which looks really cool. Look at that. It's like magma, which is like hardened, but it's still slightly flowing, but you know, it's just an animated texture and looks so awesome. And this of course is the fire crystals, keeping in theme with all of these elemental cave systems having a special crystal block which is responsible for actually setting things on fire. So yeah, this is the like fire crystals, and they just spawn around here to keep spawning lava and stuff everywhere. But what I'm going to do is going to try and fly around this cave system and show you some of the new blocks in it. So there's actually a new kind of ore, and by the way, when you actually mine this molten stone, it gives you this cooled molten stone block, which you can actually like heat up in a furnace to craft the molten stone again, which is really cool. So yeah, let's just fly around. There is actually a new kind of diamonds, which is the Inferior diamond ore. Yes, it sounds so dramatic, but I can't really remember where it was. I think it's down this little passageway here. I did find some kind of dungeon with some of this Inferior. Was it Inferium? It sounds like some kind of magic spell. Inferium difficus, I don't know. Wow, I don't know what I'm saying. Let's just fly through here, and yep. And by the way, if you actually want to traverse these cave systems, you're going to want to wear the special armor set that comes with these cave systems, which you can actually craft using fire crystals, or you can craft some fire resistance potions and just splash one on you for 7 minutes and explore these caves without the armor. And that's pretty much the only way you can explore these, because there's no way you're ever going to be able to bridge around these cave systems. There's just no way. But up here, you can see we've got this new kind of ore, which is the Inferior diamond ore, and let's just pop into survival for a quick moment, like so. Whoops, there we go. So let's just mine this. Oh, whoops, I forgot things spawn lava. Oh, wow. Let's just mine this directly. Okay, there we go. So you can see it's actually dropped me 4 diamonds, and I haven't even got fortune on my pickaxe. That's what it just does by default when you mine these. It gives you a lot more diamonds than usual diamond ore blocks, which is why it's very rewarding to actually explore these cave systems, because when you find diamonds and veins, massive veins of diamonds in this place, they give you so many diamonds. It's so much more than if you're actually exploring a normal cave system. So yeah, that pretty much sums up everything that you can find in this cave system though. There really isn't that much. It's just really, really awesome. I was going to say really, really cool, but of course it's not very cool. It's boiling. It's really hot in here. So here we are back on the cool surface of the desert in the baking sun. Yes, I never would have thought I'd have been calling a desert cool, but compared to what's down there with all the magma rivers and stuff, it really is a very cool place to be on the surface. But yeah, let's show you the actual new kinds of fire items and stuff like that. So first up, we've got the fire crystals, and when you actually mine these fire crystal blocks, in keeping with the rest of the cave systems, you actually get some fire shards, and then to reform this fire crystal block, you can actually just put 4 of them in your crafting grid, and then you get your fire crystal block again. And of course you can place this on the surface like so, and it'll start like baking the stuff around it. So you can see here it's cooking the sand around it and turning it into glass. Anyway, the rest of the items, we've got the Magma Gem next up, and this is crafted using 4 of those fire shards and then 4 of those molten stone, which of course you're gonna have to put back in the furnace. You're gonna have to put this cooled molten stone in the furnace to get this molten stone again, and then in the center another one of those clear gems which you get from the nether. Then once you've actually got enough of these magma gems, you can start creating the armor set and the tool set, which are called Inferior Armor and Inferior Tools. So there we go, it's the same crafting recipe as all the others, and we've got these lovely animated armor textures as well. Look at this, it's like you've got a liquid lava armor set. It just looks so awesome. And then finally we've got the tools, of course, which again are animated and crafted in the same way as normal Minecraft. Just replace the diamond or whatever with these magma gems. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the fire cave stuff. But actually, no, I forgot about these. So you can see here we've got the molten stone stairs, and then the molten stone slabs. And in the center, we've got the cooled molten stone, but you can actually make a molten stone brick stairs and also the slabs as well. So here I am again in my test world with my full set of Inferior Armor. It's a shame really because the animated texture of the armor doesn't actually show up on you in person, so it just looks like a static kind of lava armor set. But it still looks awesome, doesn't it? And as I walk around, you're going to immediately notice what it does. So you can see it's starting to spawn lava blocks behind me. And yeah, now I'm getting set on fire, which is not very helpful. It did say in the mod that you don't actually take any damage from fire. It seems like I am, but actually I'm not losing any hearts. So I can kind of believe that, but the durability is taking a bit of a hit. So if you actually want to go and explore those fire caves, this is probably the armor set that you want to aim to craft, because you can just go around and, you know, not die from the lava. Even though I am actually dying. They need to address that. They need to stop this actually damaging you. Maybe give you like fire resistant potion effects so you don't start dying even when you've got an overpowered set of armor. But yeah, so that's pretty much what this armor set does. It just sets fire to things. So if I actually walk on the dirt and stuff, let's just go over here. Jump into the water, Geronimo! Oh, wow, how did I miss that? And again, it does actually convert sand into glass like those actual fire crystal blocks do. And when I actually walk on grass, it actually starts setting fire to the blocks behind me. Like so, you can see we've got those fire particles and the grass is being converted into dirt again. I was also hoping I could like part the seas by just walking through the sea and then evaporating all the water as I walk along, but maybe that was just a bit ambitious. But let's just move on to the weapons now. So if I actually right click anywhere with the sword, it's going to actually ignite the ground, and because I'm doing it on grass, you can see all it's doing is converting the grass into dirt. So let's just fly up here and test it out on stone. Gonna have to fly like so. So let's just fly up here, and I'm guessing it's going to convert it into lava. Yes, it does. And I don't know what else I could test it on. Maybe wood. Maybe it'll actually ignite wood. So let's just go over to a tree and test this out. Hello, pig. Anyway, let's just right click. Yep, we can set fire to the tree. Look at that. I can set fire to all the leaves. It's pretty much just a sword that acts as a flint and steel, but has the extra ability to actually convert stone into lava. And of course, all of the other tools work in exactly the same way. Even the hoe works. Look at that. I can set fire to everything with my hoe. And it also works on mobs. So you can see here, I hit this mob and it gets set on fire. But now let's just move on to the fire shards and magma gems. So I'm just going to spawn down. Oh, whoops. What have I done? No. I forgot I'm still wearing my armor set, which is setting fire to everything as I move. I might actually want to get rid of this because that is really annoying. And now I've just set fire to the whole forest. But let's just spawn down a ton of pigs, and then I'm going to just fire one of these fire shards like I would a snowball, and it sets fire to the mob it hits. And it actually gives it a speed effect. I believe it's speed 5 on whatever mob it hits. And the magma gem does a pretty much similar thing. Oh, wow. It spawns so much lava everywhere, and all the mobs in the radius, of course, get burned to death because of all the lava and stuff. So yeah. That pig, how did it survive? These pigs finally getting their comeuppance for being at disasters all the time. Now they're burning to death. Yay! So yeah, that pretty much sums up everything in this mod. Perfect timing when it actually turns to nighttime. So it just adds elemental caves into the game to make exploring cave systems a lot more entertaining and thrilling and exciting, so you don't get the same scenery every time you go caving, and it actually gives you more motivation to go caving and get some more ores and stuff, because it's just a lot more fun to try and navigate those tight confined spaces of the cave systems. So I've actually only given you a brief overview of this mod. I've actually linked to a changelog in the description which shows every single feature in the mod, and it's just so long. I think it's like 30 pages of A4. There's so many features in this mod which I just can't show you due to time constraints. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this mod showcase, please remember to smash that like button, and as always, thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you next mod showcase.